Alright.
Much love to you, brother.
Damn. I'm saying jam.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 5th year celebration. How crazy is that? A huge thank you to our fans, the people who've been with us for
How
years.
are you, my
5
favorite
years of
puppy?
going
Puppa
from
Puppa's cool
humble
face.
beginnings to 5 years down the line being re-reviewed by the likes of IGN and GameSpot, giving us a 9 out of 10 by being the greatest asymmetrical multiplayer out there.
Only
5 years
one.
from our humble beginnings to today. A huge welcome to our old friends who've been with us for so long. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being with us and supporting us. And to all of our new friends out there,
Really?
people who might be joining us for the first time, welcome. Grab a log by the campfire and enjoy the show.
Why are you not working?
Now join me on a stroll down memory lane. Behavior's been making games for about 30 years now, mostly for other people, licenses and other publishers and developers. But all of us on the team, we have our own stories we want to tell. And one of those stories that we've been wanting to tell for a long time is the story of this fantasy, being a villain in a horror movie. Way back when, a decade or so ago, people were telling us horror doesn't sell. I mean, unless you're like the big ones, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, but really, don't even try. So we tried. We didn't give up. We released one as a comedic twist on this called Naughty Bear. If you don't know Naughty Bear, go check it out. It's magical. A little later on, though, we had one of our designers come up with a little prototype, a very simple hide-and-seek thing with someone trying to hide and do a thing, and someone else trying to catch them and finish the game. And it was so good. It was pure thumb candy. And we figured that by slapping on that skin of that 70s, 80s horror slasher flick, we were onto something remarkable. So we put the old band back together. We went and get Ash and Dave and Phil, and we put a team of about 30 talented, special people on it. And in June of 2016, Dead by Daylight came to be. One of the first key moments for us happened
You
just
know,
a little before
Dead by
launch.
Daylight.
So the first
was
Halloween
never
before launch,
supposed to,
we
like,
showed it internally to the
be a
rest of the behavior
game.
people.
Like,
I remember we
It
put
was
the
a
killer on the big
fluke.
screen and we put the survivors in a different room and we had people play the game.
They
And there was
made
a lot of
for
excitement
fun.
and it was really cool.
and
And then we put the
blew
survivor
up.
on the big screen and people went a little nuts and we saw the crowd really gather and root for the little guy to survive. And we realized at that
wild
point that not
cleaning is,
only was Dead by Daylight going to be a
bring.
great game, but it was going to make for an amazing show. And it led to us developing a close and really rewarding relationship with our content creators around the world. They helped make Dead by Daylight the success that it is today, and it really feels satisfying to be able to say that today we've made some good friends because of that. The next Halloween, after launch, when we added Michael Myers and Laurie Strode to the game
Oh, yeah.
from the original 1978 movie Halloween.
That's when it
At
boomed.
first, you know, we shipped the game with 2 killers and 4 survivors. Today, now, 5 years down the line, we have 24 killers and 27 survivors. We've managed to build a world that is so rich, so deep, dripping with story, so that all of these other legends of horror, those iconic characters from all different medias, were able to come into the game, and our own original content can stand proudly side by side with the likes of Freddy Krueger and Ghostface.
Oh man, Quentin.
Today, we're very proud to say that Dead by Daylight is now the Hall of Fame of horror. One thing that may have taken us by surprise a little bit is the depth of passion that our fans have shown us around the world. I am lucky enough that I was part of the delegation that was sent to meet people and to represent Dead by Daylight around the world, and we've met some crazy passionate fans out there, and thank you for that. I have seen firsthand the love, the support, the passion that unites people from everywhere around the world with that crazy game that we've made. One of the things I think that led to that is probably our creative team's talent and skill and the dedication of their research to try to find universal bits of horror. And whether they get inspired by the folklore or mythology that lives under your bed, it still shows that what scares you can scare anybody else. Horror and fear are universal, and it brings people together. And that is kind of magical. Now, after all these years, the team has grown close together. And the people around the game, we're now over 300 people at Behavior working on this. There's people all around the world that are our collaborators, our partners. We've made more friends and you know, partners than I can count. We've also had more inside jokes than I can count. Maybe one day we'll tell you what really is at the bottom of that campfire. Maybe one day we'll explain why the jar of salty lips. And maybe you'll learn who is Jean-Marc Nelly.
What?
In the meantime, since I have an opportunity here, I would like to address something. At PAX a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2017, a journalist asked me about the state of the game, and they asked me about the team.
All right, chat.
And
One
I
for
answered them.
hiding
We were having some
Two for
technical
not.
difficulties at the time. It was a bit of a rough patch, I won't
One
lie.
for hiding
But I answered them
two
saying
for
that I
not.
thought we had done a pretty good job so far.
Alright.
And for some reason, these words stuck. People started using them willy-nilly. They started attaching these words to many, many things. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I love this team, and I love the work, the skill, the passion that has gone into it. I love this game. And if someone was to ask me again the same question, I do believe I would tell them again, I think we've done a pretty good job so far.
You know, they have.
The choices you make as you travel into the fog are of the utmost importance. Now you go. Make that choice.
What? What?
Type the number 1 or the number 2 into the chat.
$69. I want one.
Make your whispers heard, and you will be rewarded.
Alright, work.
Somebody gonna get
I'm on. What the hell? Wait, that's it? Alright, I ain't typing that out. Good luck. I ain't doing that.
Hey horror fam, Darren Bousman here, director of the previous Saw films and the all-new Spiral from the Book of Saw in theaters right now. I just want to take a moment and celebrate with everyone the 5-year anniversary for Dead by Daylight. Congratulations to the Behavior team. We are all incredibly happy that Saw gets to be part of your legacy.
Puppers, this morning I
ain't
opened my
doing
front
that,
door to
man.
find a kitten. She is very snuggly but skittish around other cats. I don't think I can keep her, but all the shelters are full. I have not named her, but she falls asleep on me so fast, and has such bad separation anxiety. Pray for me, lol. Pup
Aw,
lost.
man, good luck, Saucy. Yo, Jelly Bean, thank you for that 30 months. And Miss Demolish, thank you for that 14 months. Sciences, thank you for that Prime. Gunko, thank you for that 13.
よろしくお願いします。そして視聴者の皆さんに質問です。もしあなたが霧の世界に連れ去られたとしたら、儀式に何を持っていきますか？ 1. 懐中電灯。2. 医療キット。3. 工具箱。そして4が鍵となってます。
I'm
5周
somewhere
年
in
で
this.
すよ。デッドバイデイライトが何千本も動画をアップロードしてきたんですけど
Somewhere.
も、このデッドバイデイライトと一緒に5年共に歩めたことがね、めちゃくちゃ光栄です。本当に50年おめでとうございます。
Oh, and key. Easy. You know, wait till they're all done. Alright.
Hey everyone, my name is Meg Turney. I'm a cosplayer and a Dead by Daylight streamer, and my question for the audience is, which cosplay would make you
Or
cross the
just
street
hump
on
the
Halloween
fence.
night? Is
Yeah,
it 1,
yeah.
the Huntress, 2, the Wraith, 3, the Clown, or 4, the Doctor? For me, definitely the Doctor. I don't know how you would do those eyepieces, but I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Yeah,
No,
man,
thank
tape it
you.
back.
Ugh.
The
Did you
man
agree with me?
tape.
What do you guys think? Let us know. And of course, thank you so much to both the Dead by Daylight community and the
You know
devs.
what,
I've
Clown?
been so excited to be part of this community, and it's been a wonderful 5 years. Happy 5th
Oh, that
anniversary.
new
and, here's to
doctor
many more.
outfit, that one. Oh, yeah. One with no eyes. Oh, man.
Play the piano! Music, you know how I love music. Play the piano. Yes? Well done.
All right, well, if I'm gonna fucking be the Pyramid Head, I'm gonna play Pyramid Head. Let me get the head and start. I still can't see. Okay.
Now, nice playing blind.
Hi. If you have clocks up. Wait.
Man, Meows is so damn good.
Get her.
Go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
One of you's not gonna make it out.
Yeah. He was on and losing.
He really wanted you to win.
Look, it's romantic. This is me. This is me right now.
And I'm Meg. See?
Kayla.
Come here. Hey.
Oh man,
God.
here's the Bill sweater. Wow, I'm Sammy.
You just got spirited away. Oh no! Ah!
Oh no, only I. I'm not gonna show mine now. They never do, I don't know why.
Thanks for joining my Dead by Daylight workout series. Alright, we're gonna start off with point at the killer. Point, point. Get off the couch and let's crouch. And pump, and pump. Don't be afraid. Use those legs just like before.
Man, that entire video by Jason is so funny.
What is this?
Oh.
What is this? No, hold on. Oh! Oh! It's Resident Evil! It's coming to Dead by Daylight! Oh my god, bro! What? Yo! 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 Yo!
How do you
yo!
not
Yo!
know from
Yo!
the emblem?
Yo! Fuck out of here! Yo! 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 No!
It's umbrella.
No! No! I don't even care. I don't even care about nothing else in the stream. Resident Evil is coming to fucking Dead by Daylight. I don't care about shit else in this. Nah, bruh. Nah. No.
Hey man, I've been waiting 5 years. Oh man. Right there. You should know right there. Yeah. You know. Hell yeah.
On behalf of everybody here at Behavior, congratulations on 25 years. Over the years, our very own.
Damn.
DBD chapter win. I'm telling you, the fucking 5-year anniversary. Hello.
I was camping when this came out.
On behalf of everybody here at Behavior, congratulations.
Alright. Yep.
You're fucking shitting me, right? You're like, that's not real. This isn't actually happening, right?
See, you can tell. Who knows? Immediately.
I knew it!
Congratulations on 25 years of horror.
Now it's too quiet. You know what? See,
Oh my god.
when
Resident Evil
I saw
25th
him,
anniversary DVD
I
Umbrella Charm exclusive
jumped
chapter
up
item,
and
June
ran
2021.
out of my room. I like long
Matthew!
On 25 years of horror.
I was like running around my house. Oh man. Map. Nemesis. Alright. I knew it.
Love you, puppers. 2 hearts.
Hey, you. Thank you for joining us today
man.
for this very special celebration.
Man, I haven't
So
seen
we are proud and
David
happy to
so
finally
long.
be able to reveal the content of the Resident Evil chapter
Oh,
and be
hell
part
yeah.
of the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil.
Yo, Nemesis.
As you may know, the team's been hard at work on the
and
graphical
Jill.
rework over the last year, and that's why we couldn't add any new map to the game. That's going to change with the Resident Evil chapter. So on the
Hell
chapter
yeah.
release, you'll be able to
Wait.
visit the
Wait.
Raccoon City Police Department.
Alright, wait, oh wait. Wait, oh yeah, PTV. You know, the weird thing, Leon and Jill are trained at fighting, so like, they can move past, like, Ghostface, Legion. They wanna stand a chance. Hell yeah. On the vaults. Nice. Oh, hell yeah. Hey man, I can only get so hard. Calm down. Oh man. Oh man, the hook. You know what? I see no lockers. Oh, a normal one. Oh, is there one? Alright. Totem. Hell yeah. So, is it gonna be like hospital? It looks like it.
First of all, I have to say
Pizza
that
time.
the map is absolutely gorgeous. The teams put great effort to recreate the map from the remake of Resident Evil 2 and 3. So you'll see some iconic locations such as the main hall, the archive, the Star's office, and others in there. It's truly
Man,
amazing. Like, if you played the remake,
that
you can
Totem
actually
is
navigate around the map
giant.
and recognize it perfectly. Of course, there's also going to be a twist in there, since the entity is doing its own nightmarish version of it. All right, let's talk about characters now. There is a lot of very interesting characters in the Resident Evil franchise. So it was very difficult to choose just one survivor, and that's why you're getting two for this chapter. The first one is Jill Valentine, the brilliant STARS agent. Her unique perk will highlight her intensive training and her high adaptability in impossible situations.
I wonder
The
what
second survivor is
legendary
Leon S.
skins
Kennedy.
they're gonna
Leon's been
get.
having the worst first day at work ever, and it's not going to be better in the realm of the entity. His unique perk are going to highlight his dedication to other, his resilience, and his goal-driven personality. There's also something really special about one of his perk. It will add a new type of gameplay to Dead by Daylight. With this perk, and under a certain condition, you will be able to spawn a unique item, a flashbang, inside the match. So that's an item you don't need to equip in your loadout before the match. It's something that you will create within the match you're in.
I wonder if it's like Pebble. I wonder how it works. We'll find out today on the PTV.
Okay, let's talk about the killer now. So again, there's a lot of different monsters we could have used out of the Resident Evil franchise. But we chose the classic tyrant,
Nah, fuck
the Nemesis.
them all. Nemesis.
The Nemesis power is called T-Virus. With his special tentacle attack, the Nemesis is able to infect survivors. Infected survivors are going to be sick. They will cough, they will vomit, so they're going to be easier to spot.
Oh.
And they also become vulnerable to the next tentacle attack, which will not infect them, but will damage them instead.
Alright.
For each infected survivor, the Nemesis power grows, and his tentacle gain more reach. So he'll be able to attack over pallets, over vaults, and in some tricky places on the maps. But there's a way to get out of this infection for survivors. There are some vaccines around the map that can be used to get out of this infection. But there is a limited quantity, so make sure
Oh.
that you absolutely need it before taking it.
Oh no.
The Nemesis unique perks will make you feel like an unstoppable hunter that can use both brains and brawn to cause panic amongst the survivor ranks.
Man,
On top of that, for the
trolling.
first time ever, this killer is assisted by AI characters. So we are adding
One-
zombies to the maps when you are facing the Nemesis. Zombies are patrolling the area, and survivors need to be careful of both Nemesis and them so that they don't get bitten and infected
What?
by the zombies.
There's AI. on that gate. That was the exit gate. Find the killer. That No. Yeah. It's on me. Oh man, head on.
That's it. That's the content of the Resident Evil chapter. So I
Wow.
hope that you are as excited as we
Wow.
are to see the Resident Evil content inside Dead by Daylight. I sure am. I mean, this has been a dream come true.
Man.
I played these games so much. I still have the original copy of Resident Evil 2 from my teens. So you'll be able to experience this chapter in the PTB, which will be right after this event. And it will also come out June 15th. So mark your calendar.
All right.
So I just want to finish by saying thank you to all of our community for staying around with us and having fun with us. And I wish you an happy 5th anniversary.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man. Is mine desk rising? Oh, no. That's just me. Oh, man. Wait.
20 months.
So I'm so pleased to be with you, Justine, today to talk about this part of the broadcast on the roadmap for Dead by Daylight for year 6. So we're going to present the new DLC and the new maps for next year. We're also going to talk about the 4 tomes for the archive that are coming next. And we will finish with the 4 pillars of Dead by Daylight and all the features that comes along with them. We're starting very high as well this year with a unique and incredible license. I'm so pleased to work on Resident Evil, and we can't wait to see that DLC out and see the player having fun with this. Obviously, I cannot say anything about the other DLC, top secret.
It's fine. We'll spill the beans at a later date for sure.
But something that I can say is we are going to release a total of 4 killer, 5 and not 4 survivors, and also 2 new maps.
I think that's going to be really cool. I think all of this is going to be some pretty exciting content for all of our players.
Dude,
coming out.
that
'Cause
shit's
there's not only that. I mean,
insane.
we've also, like you said,
I'm
we've got
so
4 tomes.
happy.
Our players now expect us to have 1 new tome every mid-chapter with a new survivor story, a new killer story, a story about the observer.
Alright, yeah, I'm
And
ready.
we want to keep on telling these as time goes on. The more original characters we create, the more stories that we have to tell.
You want to know more about this part.
Exactly, and like we've got some ways to tell this that I think we haven't even been able to show yet. So I'm really curious to see what we can actually do and how the players react to everything. Because the lore in Dead by Daylight it's rich, and we just want to be able to show as much of it as we can. And we also have all the events that we want to be doing. We have an
lore.
upcoming anniversary event that actually, if the players stick around, they're going to see more about that later. I'll be coming back. We have our Halloween event that is always so much fun to do. Always a lot of work, but absolutely worth it. And just to recap on something that we mentioned during the Archives anniversary, and I believe it was a blog post, we are always going to focus on these events as the big ones during the year because we want them always to be big. These are the moments for our community.
If
that we want
we
to celebrate
actually
together and be
get
like,
an
"Look,
event,
this is Dead by Daylight's
I'm gonna
time.
lose
Celebrate with
my
us."
mind.
This year is going to be no exception. I think
And you
we're
know
going
what
to
I
deliver
mean.
on a really big
Not the
anniversary, a really
shitty
amazing
events.
Halloween event that's coming.
And
And
actual
that doesn't mean we're ignoring the
in-game
other smaller
event.
ones. We still want to do something for winter. We want to do something for lunar. But there's something built on a smaller scale. But it's still going to be a great reason to come back into the game and enjoy DBD. So after all that, I think it's really worth looking at what we actually have coming in year 6 with our pillars.
So we have 4 pillars that help us to create the roadmap for Dead by Daylight. The first one is the first step into the fog. This is all the features that are here for the first moment you enter into the game as a player. Then the second one is the game house. Game house is really important for us. It's really everything that is optimization, bug fix, and stabilization for the game. The third one is the realm beyond. And this is a work of visual update that we're starting to year 5. And the final one is live design.
Yeah, I think all that stuff is super interesting for us to be going into and to even like dive in further so everyone knows what's going on. For the first steps into the fog, we know like with Resident Evil, tons of new players are going to be coming into this game. If I was a Resident Evil fan that hadn't heard of Dead by Daylight, I know I'm going to be checking it out. So we've really taken a look at our entire tutorial process, every way that we teach players how to play Dead by Daylight, and tried to identify what we need to fix or what we need to improve. DBD, honestly, it's a very complex game. We know we don't do necessarily the best job of teaching people, but I think we've made a great improvement. And the first step to that is by reworking the tutorial itself. So from the moment that player actually steps into the game, we're gonna really guide them through. This is what you need to learn. Then we actually have some bot matches for you to play.
Bot matches
are brand new, and I think it's going to be a very nice, safe way for players to actually learn how to play. And we're going to be giving you some amazing rewards as you go along the entire thing. On top of that, we're looking at other things that have been, like barriers, I would say, for players getting even deeper into the game. And we're talking like matchmaking being, too long, and so we're trying to find ways.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's, it's not easy. I think you can say.
Yeah.
So what we're really looking into is ways to incentivize players to maybe play a role that has, like less weight or more of a need at that current point in time. If maybe you're a killer player, but we need more survivors at that time, then we'll offer you some incentive to actually go play that. On top of all that, I mean, we're constantly working on the matchmaking in the background, trying to find ways to optimize it to get you into matches faster. And the more matches you play, I think the more that you'll actually experience. Sadly, with any live game, some toxicity. What we're actually working on for this is the auto ban feature. So at the end of every match, in the tally screen, there's this option where you can report a player for some negative behavior, applaud them for doing something well. And right now, this is our customer support team that is looking over it manually. What we're doing with this change is this is going into an automated system. If players receive a certain amount of negative reports, we are going to take action, and we're going to let you know that your report is actually having an effect on this. And
are you actually
all of this is really great for our players, but I know 5 years on, some things in Dead by Daylight, like the news, are still in English. That's going to change.
Nice. That's a big improvement.
I think so. I mean, even not everyone at our office is super great in English. People around the world. We're spreading even more community managers around the world to create more communities where you can engage with. It's just as important that we do this in our game as well. So as soon as you start the game, you have your language available to you.
We'll finally have the news in French. That's cool.
The next step after that is really making sure that we stomp as many bugs as possible in our game, and we take a look at game health.
For a game as Dead by Daylight, which has been out for 5 years now, it's always a challenge to find the right balance between creating new content or maintaining and improving the existing mechanics. For the first years of Dead by Daylight, we put more time and resources into creating new content because the goal was to create a rich and deep experience for the players. But now, recently, we've adjusted our roadmap because we have a lot of content that we need to support, and we've decided to improving what we have mostly.
Yeah, I think that's really a really important thing. That's it's good that we're taking time for it because a lot of our earlier content, I think it was great to bring everyone together. But eventually there's kind of a maintenance cost. You need to make sure all this new content is working together properly and that there's no issues going on.
So we have 2 ways of doing it. The first one is really looking at the game and see what we can do to improve it in terms of stabilization, optimization, gameplay fixes as well, but also making the game less exploitable. So that's a big chunk of things. But on the other hand, there is something that we need to take care of. We need to look at our internal processes and make sure that internally we can also improve as well as the game. And for that, as an example, we've decided recently to migrate the user interface of the game to a technology that is called UMG. It's the UI manager of Unreal. And the idea here is to stop working on outdated technology.
Yeah.
And we take this opportunity to redo all our screens to also make them more performant, more modern, so we can have more features as well in the
Yeah, I think that's going to be great just because once that's done, every screen is going to feel fresher and it's going to allow us to do so many more things. And I mean, speaking as a product manager, I'm pretty excited for what
I'm
new
sure
things
you
we
are.
can actually bring into the game.
Obviously, it's a long-term process. We need to keep the effort on the stabilization, on the new technology things. But we hope that in the next releases that will be out for year 6, you will be able, as a player, to see more stabilization and only concentrate on the fun for the game. And talking about keeping and maintaining what is already there, what are coming up next for the visual update and the Realm Beyond?
So for the Realm Beyond, I think this is something that a lot of our players were really excited about when they heard about it a year ago or so when we started. It feels like it's been an eternity.
No.
This is really the project of overhauling everything in DBD to bring it to the level of all of the current content. Because it's been around for 5 years, right? And let's just say, Dwight needs a fresh coat of paint.
Autobahn goes
Him and the others
Good to
and
see
all
you,
the maps
brother,
and
missed
everything, they've been
you.
around for quite some time. I think they need to be shown some love and really brought up to today's standards. I'm loving everything the team is able to do for this. And for those who are really just joining us or don't know what the Realm Beyond is, it is more or less that, just taking any old maps, old animations, reworking this, maybe adding in new ones. To make something make more sense, like repairing a generator. It used to be the same animation no matter where you are. Now, every side is something new, and that was something really cool and immersive.
It feels more realistic. Like you can deal with it, actually.
Feels like you might be a little bit more immersed and forget the killer is coming to get you. But I think that's the point.
Yeah.
So on top of all of this, we're starting to look at some Survivor reworks. So I think we've already shown off a few of them, but a lot of our newer Survivors are very highly detailed, and we wanted to take the time to revisit some other ones and rework them a bit. We're aiming to really make them recognizable, but allow more flexibility with the actual visuals.
New memory
and
for the original
just
3.
more detail overall. So on your current gen systems, it doesn't look like you're playing something from a few gens ago. Not that I'm talking about gens. So this is all the kind of stuff that they're actually going to be going over just after this in the Realm Beyond segment. And I think it's going to be a lot of really interesting stuff that they can cover because we're not done yet. On top of all of that, I mean, one more thing that I don't think we ever stop with is just our live design and constantly tweaking it.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like as we do for the Game House and for the Realm Beyond, keeping and maintaining what we have, making it better, improving it.
Man.
The gameplay will just follow the same rule this year. So basically, we're taking the core mechanics that we have, and we're going to make them better, to change them, to tweak them, redesign them. The idea behind this is you have been a player for a long time, for several years now.
As an Xbox player, this really sucks.
Definitely a few.
Yeah, we want to keep you interested. We want you to connect to Dead by Daylight and just say, okay, I'm going to play something different tonight. I'm going to discover something, and it's going to be exciting. And this is what we're looking for with changing the mechanics that are already there. We have mechanics that have been there for such a long time. It's time that we put some love on them. I'm not going to enter into the details right now because Matthew Spriggan is going to do it way more better than me.
I think that's totally fair. There's honestly, whenever I look in some of the notes for some of the design changes, it really gets into it. And I know our very engaged fans are, they're reading every little bit, and it's amazing the things that we can do to keep all of these characters and elements feeling fresh. That's the core of DBD, right? It's getting to match. You don't know what you're going to find, but we want to make sure that you have a good time.
Exactly.
I think that's really just to sum up all the pillars quite nicely, I'd say.
Yes.
So we've got tons of segments coming, and I mean, stay tuned for all this to hear more about the Realm Beyond, about live design, community, everything. Stay tuned for the entire broadcast. We're happy to have you.
Flashbang Anthem Park. Oh man. Yeah, mention
the choices you make as you travel into the fog are of the utmost importance.
Flashbangs.
Now go and make that choice.
Oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that
Type
is
either number 1 or
toxic.
number 2 into
Here,
the chat.
chat. I got you. You know what? 2.
Make your whispers heard, and you will be rewarded.
Alright, get ready to write down the 20-digit code. PT means not out. No. You know what? I want that. I'm screenshotting the good ones. I'll put it on
Max,
Twitter.
how much are you willing to bet they will release a Mr. X skin for Nemesis for 15 to 20 bucks?
You know what? Yeah, 15, yeah. What was the only one? Really, Slayer? Wow, alright.
Hey everyone, my name is Kayla. You might know me as Cauliflower. My question for the audience is, which map animal is just begging for some in-depth lore? Is it Maurice? Is it Mr. Moo Moo, the
No.
cow in Larry's,
Maurice.
the hospital bed? You might not even know that there's a cow
Maurice.
in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
Or is it Wingy McFlapflaps from Dead Dog Saloon?
Oh.
Personally, I'm gonna have to go with Moo Moo. It's a cow in a hospital bed. I need to know more.
Maurice.
While I'm here, I just wanted to give a little shout out to my community, my Dragon Army. Thank you guys so much for supporting me over these years with my Dead by Daylight content. And thank you to the devs for creating a game that has so much staying power, has so many incredible licenses. You guys have done some crazy, amazing things. So thank you, because I've been able to base my career on that, and it's been huge. So thank you.
Oh no,
Congrats
pal.
on 5
Do
years.
the codes have an
And
expiration
here's to 5
date?
more.
Probably. I don't know how long. Hey everyone, I'm Poppers. I do have a question for everyone. If you had to choose between chocolate or vanilla escape cake, what one would you want? For me, I feel like I would want a chocolate escape cake. I don't know why, but I love chocolate. Vanilla would be pretty yummy too now. Alright, enough about cake. Also, I hate my voice. All the community now. And the Dead like community for being so awesome to me. And for all the years of playing, streaming, and hanging out with everyone. I really hope everyone has an amazing 5-year anniversary. And yo, remember, if you're comfy, you're winning. Have a lovely day. No.
Hey everyone, I'm the King, and I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Today, I have a question for you guys in the Twitch poll chat, and that question is, what noise does the Wraith's bell make? Is it bing bong, ding dong, or kling clong? I also want to wish Dead by
Wow.
Daylight a happy 5th year
Number
anniversary.
one.
Thank you for all of the years of fun and enjoyment and bringing everybody together. Thank you to the devs for all the hard work that you've put in over the years.
Cling
And shout out to
clong,
our
what?
community as well. I hope you guys got your answers in and enjoy the rest
Hell
of the show.
no. His nickname is Bing Bong. What?
我操，又工匠了！
Man, that's so old. That T-Wall. Wow.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Man,
She fell the fuck off, chat.
Man, I love Vince.
There she is. She's somewhat. Alright. Dude.
Beach!
I know, Clay. His wife now. Him on spin the MS command.
Holy fuck, dude.
Oh my god, what? I didn't know you were here. Honey, that's your own fault. Why were you here?
Oh man, 8 rounds, 26 maps. I like it. Alright. Alright, Hunter. I can't, but alright. "26 maps, but I'm playing on the same 5 ones over and over. Yep. I feel that. Oh, that one, hell yeah. Ooh. Oh, man. Chat, it's Dead by Daylight.
We've all seen the graphic update that we've been doing the last few months, and we've talked a little bit about it as the realm beyond. To go into a little more detail, we'll talk with Phil Ivanovich, our art director, and Stéphanie Hélin, our lead level
hell
artist,
yeah.
about what that means. The first question I have with this, obviously everybody's question is why? Why did we decide to do this big rework, and why now?
It's a really good question. I mean, the game was out for 5 years
Is
now.
it too
we all know.
loud?
And that question of a rework was always in the back of our head, but we never found the right moment to do it because of multiple reasons. But with all the next gen console coming out, we thought it was the right moment to bring our game on par with what is being done in the gaming industry. But we never expected the success and the longevity of the game that we have right now. We are now 5 years later, and we have all the new tools, the bigger team, and I think we can achieve what we wanted to do a while back.
Okay, so we decided it's the right moment. And then what was the vision? What was our goal going into this?
The main goal with the rework was to have a more immersive experience with the player in the game. Either in the mood with the environment or the animation. When somebody's repairing a gen, I think people really enjoy that because it's really, you feel like you're repairing a gen. We're always constantly listening to our player, and we make sure that we don't lose the essence of our game, but at the same time pushing new boundaries. We've been super excited with all the feedback we got, and we're really looking forward for people to see what we're coming next for them.
Oh, man.
So obviously, that's a huge undertaking. Like, that's a big, big project. What are some of the main issues we face doing that?
So the main challenges with DBD, we all know that DBD is it's a game that's from 5 years ago, and it's live. So the thing is, when we try to build new environment to update those, we have old data that we're trying to rebuild, to change, and also we try to fix those performance issues, and we have the new data as well. And sometimes those data are clashing with each other, and we try to make sure that it's not happening. But it's a live game, so we have to move forward, and we can't stop.
So obviously, those are big challenges. And to do that, we had to go back and essentially rethink a bunch of the tools and the pipelines that we use, right?
Yes. So we took a step back, and we just realized that our pipeline was obsolete. So of course, the whole team, we bring the idea of, okay, we need new tools. We need to empower those artists. We need to make sure that if we want to achieve the quality that we want to achieve, we have to make the right choices. It means evolving, rethink the way that we are creating environment, and this is the whole team work. Like, it's not only environment, it's animation, environment, textures, shading, lighting. It's a huge job.
Yeah.
All right.
So new tools, new pipeline. What's the future hold? What are we going to do with that?
The goal here with all of this work together is to build atmosphere, mood, because after all, like DBD, it's like an horror movie.
Yeah.
So we all know that DBD was more gameplay driven, but it makes sense. It's a game. But what we were lacking, it's immersion. So with all of this merged together, we're trying to bring that immersion. We had storytelling to those maps. We create like more fog, more work on the lighting. So when you experiment the game, you forget that it's a game. It's the feeling that we're trying to build.
I think there's something really cool we're going to try to do with terrain, right?
Yes, the terrain is pretty flat in DBD right now. And with the fact that we're changing and trying to evolve in the right direction with the new visual that we're trying to bring to DBD, we gonna add more relief to this terrain, and I think this will add a little bit of spice to the gameplay. We can change the perspective, how the killer or the survivor plays the map.
Awesome.
And then on the
and we're also gonna be working on character animations, right?
Yes. Another big part of the immersion is the characters and their animation. The animation team and the character artist team did a super job. They're working on the bringing the texture on par with what we're doing right now, but also the animation team working on all these animation, like the interaction with the gen. Also, by doing so, with the texture and the animation, we want the player to connect even more to the personality of the player, of the character he's playing. And I mean, it's all connecting together. All we're doing, it's a big chunk that at the end, it's the immersion. It's not just one part, it's the entire work of everybody on the team.
What other cool things can people expect to see in the maps that we're making?
Well, the old rework things, also we wanted to add extra details, some that we already started, like jump scares. We did it with the Midwich map, and it was pretty cool. We stayed faithful with the original game, but I mean, putting it in our game was pretty cool. I think people really enjoyed it. Adding a lot of storytelling to have a bit more story to the map, not just the map.
And what about lobbies? I know people like when we mess with the lobbies. Are we going to do that again?
Yes, we're gonna keep on messing with the lobbies. I mean, it's something we've talked about in the discussion with the rework. It's super important for me and the other people on the team. It's the first thing you see when you start the game. So for us, it was important to have this first connection. What's being released, the killer, so veteran or newcomers, they immerse themselves in what's being done at the moment.
Awesome. And I know that a big question that's on everybody's mind right now is, yeah, but are we going to get more maps?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Matt, Design Director on Dead by Daylight. I work with the creative director and the game design team to bring you guys amazing licensed and original chapters, killer updates, perk adjustments, accessibility features, and more. Our talented designers are constantly exploring new features and mechanics to keep trials fresh and fun for players, and I'm super excited about some of the things that we have planned for the future of Dead by Daylight. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about live design. For a game that's been out for the last 5 years, live design has become an important part of our process of updating and maintaining the game, delivering new experiences, fixing exploits, improving quality of life, and generally attempting to make the game feel fairer for everybody.
Me up on something.
When it comes to live design, we're a little more reactive to what's going on in the community and in the game. So we generally base our design decisions on 3 main factors. Feedback from the community through surveys and focus group testing. The data and information that we get from the game itself. And of course, our own design intuition and experience when it comes to looking at the changes we can make. It's difficult to be entirely transparent about what we're working on. While the team's in the design phase, certain features and mechanics are often still being prototyped and play tested and go through numerous changes along the way. That said, there's 3 things that we're super excited to share with you today. New killer updates and their associated timeframes. A brand new type of perk that we're working on for survivors. And finally, a bit of a shake-up to the Memento Mori system. Over the last few years, we've made many small adjustments to our existing killers in Dead by Daylight. Some of our killers have had even more significant updates to their powers and abilities, such as the Doctor's Static Blast, the Clown's Afterpiece Antidote, and of course, the extensive overhaul of the notorious Freddy Krueger way back in 2019. And while we feel that there's still many small adjustments that we would like to make across the board, our main focus for Year 6 will be on addressing the newest killer that has come into the Dead by Daylight roster. Moving forward, we're hoping to review, update, and release small balance patches for every new killer within the next 2 to 3 major updates after they go live. And that is, of course, on top of any hotfix adjustments that we may make along the way. In this way, we can generally stick to a clearer time frame that gives us enough time to review and analyze the community feedback and the game data. Soon, when players see that a new chapter is out, they'll also be able to expect some balance changes, value tweaks, and small quality of life improvements for the previous killer in that same chapter or the mid-chapter patch after. We're also working on a brand new type of perk, something that we haven't done for a while. Unlike Hex Totem perks and Obsession perks, this new type of perk is for survivors and we're hoping that it will introduce some really fun and interesting gameplay moments for Survivor fans. Boon Totem perks will give a brand new interaction to survivors standing next to a dull totem in a trial. I can't go into the full details about how all this works right now, but we are very excited about the interesting new strategies and gameplay that this will bring to the game. Not only will it give fans something new and interesting to play with, but it will also give us, as game designers, the opportunity to come up with creative new perks in the future. And we're looking forward to releasing the first of our Boon Totem perks in an upcoming chapter. We're also looking at revisiting how Moris are triggered in the game by killers. We've been listening to the fans and seeing the effects that they can have in the game, and despite the recent changes to Mori offerings, we feel that there's a less toxic way that we can approach this element of the game, and that's something that we're going to be working on in the future. Currently, a killer can play an offering that grants them the ability to eliminate a survivor from a trial by their own hands. Before the recent changes to the Mori offerings, this allowed the killer to end the game prematurely for any unfortunate survivors that ended up on the receiving end. We're discussing a new approach now to triggering Moris that is no longer based on playing an offering, but rather integrated into the core gameplay of the trial. This new feature would mean that, in effect, killers have to earn their Moris rather than be granted the opportunity by simply playing an offering.
No way!
We're looking to move away from the perception of Moris being a toxic part of the game towards something that's seen as more of a natural progression of the trial. We're hoping to deliver an interesting new game mechanic that not only provides new objectives and new strategic decisions, but also gives the survivors the opportunity to choose whether or not they engage with the system or ultimately deal with the consequences of that choice. Again, I can't go into too many details right now, as it's still in the very early stages and is likely to go through many significant changes before it's ready for release. Having said that, this is a feature that we, the Dead by Daylight design team, are really excited about prototyping and playtesting, and we can't wait to see your reactions once it hits live servers.
Yes,
as a small bonus, we're also looking to prototype an update to the key item in the game, and this would tie in directly with the Mori system gameplay, so look out for that one as well. Well, that's it from me.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have more on how these elements are developing over the coming year, so keep an eye out for news and updates. And thank you for your continued support over the last 5 years. See you in the fog.
All right.
Hi friends, it's your girl Die Hard Diva, and I just want to give a huge congratulations to Dead by Daylight on the 5 amazing years. What a crazy journey it's been. All the new chapters that were brought into the game, all the additions, all the surprises you've given us, and also all the new players that recently joined the community. So my question to the audience is this: are you a killer main, survivor main, or do you play both? When I first started playing Dead by Daylight years ago, I love being a killer main. But later on down the line, I actually have a lot of fun playing survivor. I like playing with friends, and it's also good to know both sides of killer and survivor. But I'll still be a killer main at heart. To my community in the Diva Realm, I just want to say I love you all so freaking much. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've given me throughout the years. Even though we can be messy and chaotic, we still have a lot of fun with our fog fashion videos. The hype you've given me with my Dead by Daylight cosplays, you guys are the best. To everyone at Behavior and a part of the Dead by Daylight team, I just want to say thank you again for the 5 incredible years of all the hard work you put into the game. And here's so many more. Happy anniversary.
84,000, wow.
What's up everyone, this is K-pop artist Kevin Wu, and I want to wish Dead by Daylight a happy 5th anniversary. As the consultant for the Untitled Chapter, my question for the viewers is, what does the trickster say in his Mori? Is it 1, welcome, good show, 2, let's go, thank you, or 3, Go crazy.
Isn't it too?
I want to thank Dead by Daylight for standing and supporting me. See you in the fog.
When he throws it, he says thank you. Yeah. Well. Alright. Yo, I want that. Damn. Oh no, I don't want to make it. I want that one.
Hello, Dead by Daylight. Happy anniversary from the world headquarters of Ghostface. This is RJ Torbert at Fun World, wishing you all the very best. And we're very proud and pleased to be a part of your family and hope to be for many more years to come. All the best. Congratulations.
Let's talk a little bit about how we're going to celebrate 5 years of Dead by Daylight. And to help me do this, with me I have Not Queen, our lead community manager, and returning after public outcry for his leaving, Justin,
for
product
5
manager.
years.
I'll never understand why.
Well, just
You want me
take
back?
it in.
All right.
Enjoy. Now, before we start, I believe you have a note you want to make.
Yes, I have a note I want to make. So everything that we're going to discuss today, from in-game events to community activities or pride activities, everything is going to be ending up on a calendar on our social media. So if you're not following Dead by Daylight on social media, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to miss any of the details of what's going to happen. There's going to be much more than what we just talked about today, so follow us. Now, how are we going to start this?
Okay, so before we hop onto like all the activities around anniversary, I want to say, with Resident Evil coming into Dead by Daylight, this is a big thing for us, and we're preparing the arrival of a lot of new players. So what we want to ask our veterans, our expert players, is to join us into welcoming all these new players.
We know that Dead by Daylight's big. It can be a little overwhelming when you start, so...
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a lot of tips and tricks on our social media. We're inviting our veterans to join in and add to it. And we're inviting all of the new players to like follow us and check out and maybe learn a thing or two about Dead by Daylight.
Awesome. Perfect. Now, let's get into the actual celebrations.
Yes. So one thing that we started doing this year is hiring community artists to do art for us. So we had a Discord and Twitch emotes, and we had also key art for campaigns, for example, back in during the holidays. So knowing that, we love hiring community artists, and now we have a new project. So we're teaming up with the merch store, and we are doing a call to artists for designing of a new community line on the merch store.
That's awesome. And to make it clear, this is not a contest.
No, it's not a contest. This is us asking you, like, show us your portfolio, show us what you got, and we're going to hire some of these people to create that new line.
Awesome. Wonderful. Now, what else are we going to do during this month of June?
All right. So as you said, it's month of June, and so it's Pride Month. And for 2 years, we've been celebrating Pride Month. And this year, we want to up a little bit.
No
you know?
way.
We want to celebrate a little bit bigger. So we're planning on a big event celebration called #Into the Rainbow.
All right.
We're inviting you to join us in the celebration. But we also have something new in-game if you want to join the celebration in-game as well. So we have this new charm, this new pride charm.
So you can proudly display your
Hell
pride.
yeah.
That's
Exactly.
It. Celebrate with us. Awesome.
Yeah, and we're also going to
They're
add
finally
to the
doing
collection
it.
of emotes we had
Wow.
for Pride last year. So we're going to add a more diverse roster to our crows.
Amazing. All right. What else we got?
All right, so it's been 5 years that Dead by Daylight's been out. We've been reached out by a ton of community members with everyone with their own stories about Dead by Daylight, how Dead by Daylight impacted their life. We had weddings, we had babies.
Yeah, I signed so many babies.
Matt signed so many babies. Anyways, so to celebrate our 5th year anniversary, we're asking you to share your Dead by Daylight story. So use #DBD community on social media, and we're going to keep an eye on that hashtag, and we're going to make sure to reshare and give you some visibility on how Dead by Daylight impacted your life and how it created great friendships.
That's amazing. Can't wait to read that. Now, I hear people screaming right now about, yes, but what about in the game? And that's where you come in, Justin. Please tell us.
Well, I'll tell you. So we've got a 2-week period where we're actually going to have this entire in-game event going on. So during this whole period, in every trial, no matter where you are, you're going to find these crown pedestal items appearing. They're going to pop up, disappear if you're too late to gather them, but if as a survivor or a killer, you can find them, interact with it, and then as a survivor, either escape or a killer, finish your match. What's going to happen is you will then unlock a crown cosmetic for this character.
All right.
So these are items that are exclusive to this event. The design of them is exclusive for this year, and they're only available on our original characters.
Of course.
So I think this is going to be really fun for everyone to try to collect for their whole inventory of original characters that we created over this this crazy period of 5 years now.
Onion
For real.
rings.
But that's not all.
No, that isn't. So one fun way we like to celebrate the anniversary in-game
And
is
they
a lot of
did the
confetti.
same thing last
Confettis
year.
are great.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of items in the blood web that you can find as a survivor to bring in. And we're talking toolboxes,
Every
medkits, flashlights,
single
things that are
one.
just going to be fun to use and spread the confetti around. Also, blood point offerings to spread the wealth with all your friends.
Will there be balloons? Will there be animals? Will there be balloon animals?
Probably one, probably two. The third, you're not getting that one.
All right.
Not happening.
It's okay.
But one fun thing that we're doing this year, and is a big reason why I'm actually here with community, is because anniversary is a very special time of the year where this is about DBD, this is about the community, because DBD is nothing without all these players that are supporting us, and so we wanted to do something a little different this year.
Yep, so we are
Oh,
reviving
man,
the
Maurice
community
with the
challenges around
party
the
hat.
in-game event. For people that were there
Hell
back
yeah.
in the first year,
Yep.
first anniversary, we had some legendary challenges where the community all got together and unlocked some items in the game. Now, we want to do it again.
Yeah, so I think that was really fun, and I know I've heard players asking, we want to do more stuff as a community, we want to be able to work together. So I think this year we're going to be doing it in a very fun way, because we've got some rewards that we're actually going to give out from these, like an outfit for David King, and another one for the Wraith, both themed after the anniversary with
Wraith.
lines and everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
2 exclusive
My
charms just
boy.
for this. One a nice little cake topper for DBD,
All right.
and another one as a little naughty
like
bear.
that.
Which, if you know behavior, maybe you know this guy.
They know.
He's worth checking out.
Yeah.
So on top of this, there's other really cool things. But the question is, okay, how do you actually unlock this? Where do you find out how to get them? And that's all on our socials.
Really?
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort, guys.
It's no effort at all.
But what else is there?
So on top of all this,
Social
because we have so
media
many characters that have actually been
marketing.
created and are loved over this 5-year period, we want to try to find a way to give some out to players. If there's one you've been waiting on, this is going to be your chance, because during the first week of the anniversary, we're going to give away enough iridescent shards for you to unlock one full original character. And this doesn't matter if you arrive, 1 day or 2 days late because maybe you have homework, there's an exam. No matter when you arrive, even towards the end, you're going to get enough to get one of these characters.
That's awesome. Is that too much, though?
I mean, I don't think we've gone far enough.
Oh, my God. Do go on.
On top of that, if you have all these characters, like I know some of our super engaged players do, what we're actually going to do on top of this is something fun with our Shrine of Secrets. If you're new to the game, the Shrine of Secrets is a tab inside the store where we have a set of 4 perks that changes every week that you can purchase with iridescent shards. And this is so you don't necessarily have to purchase a character to get their perks, as long as you stay tuned and see what's going on. So for the event, what we're doing is for this entire 2-week period, every day, we are going to cycle those perks. So this can happen 7 times as often, and the cost of those is going to be 500 shards less.
That's insane.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm in. Yep. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me and telling people everything that's happening. That's not everything that's happening.
No,
Follow us on social for more.
Insane.
All right, that's a wrap for us. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you so much for all of this. Thank you to the whole behavior team. Thank you to all of our fans out there, content creators. Thank you to all of our partners. And I'm going to say the thing now that you've been wanting me to say for the whole show. PTB is live. You can go and play the Resident Evil chapter right now. So go, have fun, and I will see you in the fog. Oh, shit. Funko Pops are coming.